Our mantra is success through balance. Balance creates success, and there's plenty of research to prove it. Remember learning about Maslow's hierarchy of needs when you were in school? It said that people need to first accommodate their physiological needs, like food, water, and shelter. After those needs are met, then they'll attempt to achieve security. In the Stone Age, people didn't bother building forts until they had enough to eat and drink in one place. It makes sense. A drawbridge and a moat won't help you if you're starving. After security, people seek out social needs. They need to feel like they're part of a group. Next, they seek esteem. They want recognition for their achievements, but again, they won't seek esteem until they've already attained their security and social needs. The peak of the pyramid is self-fulfillment. Self-fulfillment is an amazing feeling and should be the driving force in life. It is at this point that we can accomplish incredible things as human beings.
Wow!
But this is the sort of thing that needs to be experienced rather than explained. And you can experience it. But since coaching's not free, there are more tangible results that you should first consider. While most people are familiar with Maslow, far fewer people are familiar with Frederick Herzberg. Herzberg was a management guru. Like Maslow, he also has a famous diagram. His was built on top of Maslow's hierarchy and applied to work settings across the world. His research famously showed that job satisfaction and job dissatisfaction are completely different and come from completely different sources. Job dissatisfaction is related to what Herzberg called hygiene factors. These include salary, working conditions, company policies, and work relationships. These basic needs must first be met or the person will quit. Obviously, everyone's standards for these differ, but the important point to notice is how these align with the bottom of Maslow's pyramid, the social, security, and physiological needs. Stop and think about it for a minute. Salary is physiological. Food, water, shelter. Work conditions and company policy relate to security. A person needs to feel that their job is not in jeopardy, that they won't be laid off, and that they'll be treated fairly as long as they do their job. Work relationships equate very obviously to the social requirements of group identity and sense of belonging. While all these factors may prevent an employee from quitting, they will not motivate, and thus they will not cause the employee to excel, use initiative, or respond well to change. In order to motivate employees or yourself, you have to hit on the top two tiers of Maslow's pyramid, esteem and self-fulfillment. These come in the form of career growth, opportunity, sense of responsibility, recognition of achievement, and self-fulfillment. These are the factors that influence motivation and cause a person to work beyond a basic job description. We have an epidemic breakdown in motivation in the United States. It's one of the major reasons why coaching is on the rise, even in a stumbling economy. In early 2010, NBC reported a 45% work dissatisfaction statistic in the U.S. This is the lowest level ever reported in the 22 years since the study began. The most often cited factor was that employees did not find their jobs interesting. 51% to be specific. This has huge repercussions. Employees who don't find their work interesting won't take the calculated risks and show the incentive that grow the economy through increased productivity. The enormity of this issue is summed up in the title of the article. Economists warn discontent could stifle innovation and hurt U.S. productivity. Maslow and Herzberg would read this headline and respond, "Close, but no cigar." Discontent is not the problem. Referring to our pyramid of needs, we see that these individuals are not so much dissatisfied as they are not satisfied. It's a subtle but important distinction. Statistically, they're not much more likely to quit because their needs are being met at the lower end of the pyramid. On the other hand, they're very likely to unlikely to excel because there's no motivation at the upper end of the pyramid. These findings are reinforced by the Gallup Ladder of Life survey. Respondents in the survey rate their current quality of life. Then, using this rating as an anchor, they rate their past and their future expectations for the next 5 years. Since 2002, the drop in optimism for the future has been the highest recorded since the survey began over 40 years ago.